So just to recap here, people are making fun of him, saying, hey, Christianity is no different from anything else. And he's saying, wait a minute, look at Jesus, clearly a better morality than you have in other religions. Like, Jesus is clearly better than Muhammad and so on. And then his critics said, but now you're judging. And Jesus said, don't judge. What are your thoughts on that, Anthony? Are you ready to leave Christianity because you've been refuted? You can't judge.
Yeah, so in context, Jesus is condemning hypocritical judgment, right? If a person would read the entirety of it, he'd see that. This is something that you hear from unbelievers all the time. One of the first things that anyone should make, one of the first observations anyone should make is when people say this, what are they doing, right? When they say, you're wrong for judging me, or, even if they state it elliptically, right? Jesus said, don't judge. They're condemning you for the act of judgment. So they're doing the very thing they're claiming Jesus said you can't do. Rather, what Jesus said is, he says, do not judge, so you'll not be judged. For in the way you judge, you will be judged, and by your standard of measure, it will be measured to you. Why do you look at the speck that is in your brother's eye, but do not notice the log that is in your own eye? Or how can you say to your brother, let me take the speck out of your eye, and behold, the log is in your own eye? You hypocrite, here's the important line, you hypocrite, first take the log out of your own eye, and then you will see clearly to take the speck out of your brother's eye. So what Jesus is saying here is something that I think is obvious and unobjectionable, that people who are guilty of doing something probably shouldn't go around pointing their fingers, at other people, right? If you're a murderer, then you probably shouldn't be going around condemning people for being murderers. If you are, let's say that you're a person, you claim to be a prophet, you engage in immoral acts, right? You take the wife of your own adopted son, you bed your best friend's 9-year-old daughter, you do things like that. You're probably not the best person to go around telling people about morality. First, take the huge, boat, the huge forest out of your eye before you turn around and tell other people what's right or wrong. That's what Jesus is talking about. And we know that's what he's talking about because in the same chapter, by the way, he also says, beware of false prophets who come to you in sheep's clothing, but inwardly are ravenous wolves. You will know them by their fruits. So he's telling people that they are able to evaluate whether somebody's a true or false prophet based on their fruits, based on their words and actions. And that involves making judgments. Moreover, in John 7, verse 24, Jesus said, do not judge according to outward appearance, but judge with righteous judgment. Right? So Jesus, again, endorses righteous judgment, not hypocritical judgment, and in fact calls his followers to evaluate the fruit, especially of those who claim to be prophets and aren't.
Mm-hmm.